External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar co-chaired the inaugural Indian-Belgium Strategic Dialogue in Brussels with Belgian Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Maxime Prévot. Sharing details on X, Jaishankar said the dialogue reflected the growing ambition of India's partnership with both Belgium and the European Union. The two sides reviewed cooperation across political, economic, investment, clean energy, defense, mobility, and pharmaceutical sectors. Discussions also focused on expanding collaboration in ports, maritime connectivity, semiconductors, and supply chain de-risking. Jaishankar also met EU Commissioner for International Partnerships Joseph Sikela. The discussions covered connectivity, trilateral partnerships, the India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor, and green shipping. In a separate meeting with EU Commissioner for Startups, Research and Innovation, Ekaterina Zahareva, Jaishankar discussed cooperation in clean and green energy technologies, innovation hubs, startups, and India's association with Horizon Europe.
We sat here and decided that we would do this dialogue, and we are actually doing it.
Exactly.
So that itself is a matter of satisfaction. Let me just say on the bilateral side, I totally agree with you. I think today we have an opportunity of not just building on the current very substantive relationship that we have, but when we look at clean energy, digital technologies, life sciences, chemical industry, logistics, manufacturing, I think there's a lot that we could do. Yes, we were very, very privileged to host Her Royal Highness and the Economic Mission. I had an opportunity of meeting her and the delegation myself. I think it's wonderful practice because most delegations come airport, convention, meeting and out. And this delegation actually spent time traveling across India. They went to places which sometimes not even Indian ministers go. And they actually saw the ground sort of level opportunities out there. And as I mentioned when we were walking in, we want from our side also to reciprocate and to intensify the engagement. Yesterday evening, we were hosted by the Minister President of Flanders. There were companies, there were minister officials, companies who clearly had an interest in doing more business with us. And today we have a dedicated business session. I think both the Minister Presidents will be here for that. Beyond that, I agree with you. The international situation today really warrants countries like ours, which have a close relationship, to engage each other more deeply. It's very clear that the international economy itself faces today structural challenges of over-dependence on sources of production, challenges of access to some markets, challenges of connectivity. We are seeing it very sharply today in the Gulf, challenges of logistics, sometimes of technology. So what do we do to stabilize and to de-risk and to diversify? I think this is today really the central issue in world diplomacy, and certainly one that should engage us. The second aspect, of course, is what is the levels of conflicts and tensions which are happening around the world. And it's very clear that in a globalized world, they cannot be contained regionally anymore. That if one looks, let us say, the last 25 years ago, you could have had a problem in one part of the world which kept others relatively insulated. That is not the case. Whether you look at what is happening in Ukraine, what is happening in the Gulf, to some degree what's happening in Africa, tensions rise in the Indo-Pacific. Every part of it really spreads. It has a sort of a cascading impact, and often actually turns up in ways which are not readily anticipated. So I think both bilaterally and globally, there is a strong case for us to engage more. And finally, what we are doing with Belgium is very much in tandem with what we are doing with the European Union. I mean, you are, in a way, the core of the European Union. And I would say we can see in front of our eyes that the Indian relationship with the European Union is acquiring a strategic character. So the FTA itself, I mean, we explain to our own people, is something much bigger than just a trade agreement. But along with the FTA, today we have a security and defense partnership. We are negotiating a security of information agreement. We have a mobility framework. We are here for a trade and technology council. With some of the major European initiatives like the Global Gateway, or on the research side, we are trying to get involved with Horizon Europe. So we are trying to see, how do, it's not just a deeper engagement, but really pretty much every sector, how can we mesh together and work? And that's really how it becomes strategic in a way. So that, I think, process by now is launched. It is well advanced. We hope by the end of the year, our discussions, in fact, is how do we speed it up? A few months ago, people said, we'll do our best by the end of the year so that by next year, everything is ready. I think everybody now thinks it can be done much, you don't need to necessarily wait till the end of the year. That's the sentiment today. We would like to make the most of it. Once again, I'm really very pleased we have this opportunity. Thank you for hosting.